Hi there. Today we're looking at what you want from the Adept English podcast. That's right. Let's make the podcast more interactive. That's interactive. And that means more of you in it. Each week when we do the podcast, we ask a question on Spotify. We ask you to vote on something. And many of you do, and we thank you very much for that. And although Spotify, I realise, is only one part of our audience, I imagine the views you express probably represent our listeners' views more generally. Sometimes we ask questions just because we're interested, for fun. And sometimes we ask questions because we want to know what you like about the Adept English podcast and what you want more of. We invite you to help shape the podcast. And today, as there have been a number of polls in recent weeks and I've not caught up with them, I thought I'd share with you your answers to our questions. And while this is going on, as usual, your brain will be doing its English language learning. Brilliant. And just a reminder that if you like our podcasts, but you struggle to understand them sometimes, or maybe you're struggling to start speaking English, well, both of these problems can be addressed by our most common 500 words course. Really get a good grounding in the most common words in English, and you'll start to move along with your learning. A statistic I read once suggested that you can be learning a language for up to 10 years without knowing all of the most common words. So use your listening and learning time wisely. Go and have a look at our courses page at adeptenglish.com and the most common 500 words course. So, to our Spotify polls. Here are the podcasts we've done recently and the questions we asked and your responses to them. If you disagree or feel strongly about something, then you can always message us via email if you want to be interactive. We're also interested in your journey of learning English. Or we just want to know more about you. We love it when you get in contact. But on these Spotify polls, we ask questions that go beyond the classroom and which touch on current events and real-world challenges. Let's have a look at some of the questions we've asked and your responses. So in podcast 685 last week, I talked about polycrisis and all the bad things going on in the world at the moment. It makes you want to hide from the news. But I did find some positive news stories for you. So we asked in the poll, do you want more positive news stories? At the point of recording this, the poll isn't quite finished. But so far, a resounding 93% of you said, yes, please, more positive news stories. I guess maybe you've been feeling a bit like we have. It all just seems so negative out there at the moment. Let's find something happier and more positive to think about. So I've got that message now, and I will be on the lookout for positive news stories to share with you in the future. I hear you loud and clear. The search is on.